I'll never understand why my dad did what he did. And I suppose there's part of me that will always question it, but, you know, the truth is that I'll just never know, and I'll never understand it. I was 13 when my dad was arrested for sex offences against children. He spent 10 years in prison for his crimes, and part of his sentence was for crimes against me. While he was in prison, he did a sex offender treatment programme. I don't know if it worked, but he was released 2 years ago now, and now he's just out in the community somewhere. These are the people that are supposed to protect you, and a parent is supposed to be there for you and shelter you from the world. You never think of a situation where that could be the person that hurts you. I don't want any more victims, and I want to believe that these programmes are actually working. I wouldn't want to speak with my dad now, but I can speak to other sex offenders and meet with organisations running these programmes to see what is being done and what more can be done.
The reason we're doing this is not just about kind of decency or humanity, etc. The main reason is about preventing further offences. We've dealt with, I think, nearly 60 very high-risk individuals, and I think to date we have just had one person re-offend.
How do you rehabilitate those kind of people?
It's giving them a place in society, and it's perhaps the most difficult thing to do because no one wants to know people and no one wants to make a space for these people in society. But that's exactly what you need to do if you want to keep them off that path to offending. So we are really looking to improve people's well-being, reduce their social and emotional isolation, find them something kind of meaningful to do during their days.
It was close.
How does it feel doing something like this?
It just feels really natural, and it just feels really friendly.
I suppose some people would say, you know, it's just bowling.
Going out to a bowling alley with complete strangers all around you, a couple of years ago, it would have been our biggest fear ever. I would have hated that.
Is it just as simple as getting rid of isolation?
I think it's that, and it's also you talk more when you're comfortable. So if I've got something going on in my life, being in this kind of environment, it's easier to then talk to the volunteers about it. There are people in the street that are going to be sex offenders and you wouldn't have a clue who they are because they're an ordinary person. Just because a range of situations has happened in their lives that they've done something doesn't mean that they are a risk.
Sex offenders are out there, and even the ones that do go to prison, like my dad, are at some point released. And I don't know if these people are safe. Like, should they be in our community? When my dad was released, like, I've never felt fear like that, in that I just didn't feel safe.